Hi friends, it's me Zoe. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm super excited to film the mid-year book freakout tag. I've been seeing this tag floating around since it's basically the mid-year. I think it's actually past mid-year. And I really like this tag. It's kind of like a fun check-in, like see where you're at with your reading goals and what are some of your thoughts with the books you've read so far. And I've just really been enjoying watching other people do this tag, so I thought it would be fun if I did it too. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I will post the original tag below so you guys can check that out as well. Question number 1 is the best book you've read so far in 2018. This is a pretty easy one for me since I have read in 2018 my most favorite book of currently all time. I just love it. The Loneliest Girl in the Universe by Lauren James. This book follows our main character, a young girl. She's in her teens. I think she's 14, and she is on a spacecraft from NASA by herself to start Earth 2, essentially. There's a lot more that goes into this book. A very, very, very good story. I really just loved it. There was just something so captivating about this book for me. I just really fell in love with the character and what she went through and her determination and strength and wit and just development. And there was just something about this story that I just absolutely loved. I just loved it. So this was definitely hands down my favorite book I have read in 2018 so far. Question number 2 is the best sequel that you read in 2018. That definitely has to go to Down Among the Sticks and Bones by Shawnee McGuire. I am living for the Wayward Children series. The first book was called Every Heart a Doorway, and the sequel was even better than the first. I really loved Every Heart a Doorway, but this sequel just brilliantly tied together things from the first book that I just was like so shocked by. I read this and immediately picked back up Every Heart a Doorway to flip through it again to like reread all of the ways that everything tied together. Shawnee McGuire's writing is brilliant. It is so rich. It is so creative and original and just stunning. And I am super excited to read number 3, which is Beneath the Sugar Sky. I am just loving this series. It is an absolute favorite. Question number 3 is what is a new release that has come out that you want to read but haven't gotten to yet? That definitely has to go to Girl Made of Stars. I forget who that's by, but I'll leave a little picture right here. And I've just heard people raving about it so far, how it's been one of their favorites of the year. I don't know the plot that well, but I believe it follows a girl whose brother has been accused of raping her best friend, which is really heavy, but I guess the writing and the story and the way things pan out just is really, really brilliant, really, really hard-hitting contemporary, and I am here for those books. I'm very excited to read that. I need to buy it and read it, like, now. Question number 4 is what is your most anticipated release for the second half of the year? There's a lot of books that I am super excited for that are coming out in the second half of the year. I can't even like pick just one, but one that does come to mind is The Cheerleaders by Kara Thomas, because I read Little Monsters by her in January and freaked out. It was so good. Her story, that was the best YA mystery thriller contemporary that I have read, and I'm not usually impressed by YA like thrillers. They're usually just not that good, but that was phenomenal. She came out with another one called The Cheerleaders, where I guess all of the cheerleaders at this one high school died, and like there's something to do with that. So I don't know. I'm just super excited because I have full faith in her that she will bring about another really, really good novel that comes out at the very end of July, I believe July 31st, and I am stoked about it. Question number 5 is what was the biggest disappointment that you've read so far? And that definitely has to go to Emergency Contact by Mary H.K. Choi. I really, really had high hopes for this. As soon as I saw it, I was like, I need that book. I did pre-order it, and I was super excited about it, and I just did not like it. Like the plot, the characters, the writing, everything was just super subpar in my taste, and I like barely even remember what happened in this book because it was just so not good. Oh, I just did not like it. So super disappointed. I feel like I just have really bad luck when I pre-order books, because the only other book that I have pre-ordered in my life was Caraval last year, and I hated Caraval. So maybe I'm just gonna cool it on pre-ordering books, because I think when I pre-order them, my mind just gets like so amped for them that I end up not loving it. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe that's a weird mental thing. I'm weird. Question number 6 is, what is the biggest surprise that you read in 2018? And I think that definitely has to go to The Woman in the Window by AJ Finn. I freaking loved this book. I read it in like 2 days, which is crazy for me because I don't binge read. I'm very much a consistent reader. I read about 50 pages a day. Or just like, I just try to keep consistent, and I don't push myself to like binge read books, but I binge read the heck out of this sucker, and I loved it so dang much. It was so good, and I was shocked about how much I loved it. It's like an adult mystery thriller, and I just freaking loved it. So this was definitely surprising to me. Oh my goodness, I really liked this book. You guys need to read this. Question 7 is your favorite new author, and that definitely has to go to Seanan McGuire, the author of Every Heart a Doorway and Down Among the Sticks and Bones and Beneath the Sugar Sky, the Wayward Children series. I'm obsessed. I really love how short these books are. They're like under 200 pages each, and oh my goodness, her writing, I could talk about it forever. But like, when I read the first one, it was amazing and I really, really liked it, but it clicked with me in the second one that the reason the books are so short is because her writing is so well done. It's so packed with just creativity, and her words, her sentences are just like pure art. I don't even understand. I am obsessed. I want so many more books to come out by her in this series specifically. I mean, I think I would read maybe anything by her now, but really just loving what she's doing with this series. I'm so impressed, and I really hope that we get a lot more from her in the future. Question number 8 is newest fictional crush, and I'm just not gonna answer that question. Oh, look who came to join me. Hi. Look and say hello to everyone. Question number 9 is newest favorite fictional character, and that definitely has to go to Amari from Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. Really, really liked her character development. She was not the main character in the book, that's Zele, but I thought Amari's character development was really, really good, and I just really related to her, and I thought just her strength and stuff that happened at the end. Whoo, I'm like so excited for number 2 because I can't wait to see more of Amari's character develop and just to see what happens to her story. I'm super stoked. I need to like reread this because I miss it. It was such a good book. Ugh, I'm just like remembering how much I loved it now, but loved her character. Question number 10 is a book that made you cry, and that actually has to go to The Girl Who Drank the Moon by Kelly Barnhill. I really loved this book. I haven't talked about it a lot because I read it before I started doing videos regularly, but this is a middle grade book that my husband got me for Christmas, and I think I read it in February, and wow, oh my goodness, this is really phenomenal. One of the best middle grade novels I have ever read. I think every adult needs to read this book. It was brilliant. It was captivating. The characters, the magical just elements, oh my gosh, everything. I actually did listen to it on audiobook, and it was just brilliant how well it was done. It just speaks volumes about love and the power of love and fighting for those that you love and care about. And oh my goodness, this book was so sweet, so well done. I bawled like a baby at the end because it was just so, oh, I'm like getting goosebumps again just thinking about it. Just so hopeful, so sweet. Oh my goodness, if you have a little one who enjoys middle grade novels, I really recommend this book. It's so thought-provoking and a really just great story ultimately. And there's like a little baby dragon and he's so cute. Oh my gosh, I really like this book and it totally made me cry my eyes out. Loved it. Question number 11 is a book that made you happy, which I could also say for The Girl That Drank the Moon because it just made me happy. But I actually have another middle grade novel that totally made me happy. Go middle grade. I love middle grades. And that is Nevermore. I really loved Nevermore. It's The Trials of Morgan Crow by Jessica Townsend. And it was just such a fun read. I really liked this book. It was so magical, so whimsical, really great just adventure. It's getting compared to Harry Potter, but I wouldn't go that far as to say it's like Harry Potter. It is about like a girl who's kind of an outcast and she ends up getting selected to enter into this like magical school. And that's kind of like the first book is her like having to go through these trials to go to the school, so it's called The Wondrous Society. It's just so fun and it made me so happy to read and I am dying for book 2. I loved this book. Super happy making. There's also a giant angry cat and it was awesome. I really liked this. Made me totally happy. I love middle grade. Yay! Question number 12 is the most beautiful book that you have bought this year, and that's hard because there's a lot of really gorgeous books and book covers that I'm like obsessed with. I think one of my favorite covers has to go to my favorite book, which is The Loneliest Girl in the Universe. This is actually, I believe, the UK edition. I found this on Amazon for not that expensive when I wanted to read the book originally, and I didn't realize it was UK, but I think they just came out with the US edition, which is a lot more like minimalistic than this, but it's just so pretty. It's just like this girl and she's just like shooting off stars and I'm in love with it. I would also really like to get the US edition, but yeah, I'm just like totally obsessed with the black background and then like the silver shiny foil. Oh my gosh, you get foil on a book cover and I'm sold. But the shiny silver like foil, and then she looks like she's like floating, and then there's like colors. It's like so aesthetically pleasing. I am just like, I want to frame this. It's so gorgeous. Question number 13 is what books do you need to read by the end of the year? That is like a whole nother video. I have so many books that I want to read by the end of the year. It's ridiculous. Please let me know in the comments. Am I the only one that has like an Amazon list that goes on for years and years and years with all of the books in my wish list that I need and want? Like, it's ridiculous. I ended up having to split off my like one giant books wish list into like multiple genres because I was getting so overwhelmed and I was losing track of like books that I wanted. Anyway, oh, it's a problem, but it's not really a problem. Anyway, there's a lot of books I need to read by the end of the year. I'd really love to finish a lot of the series that I've started because I feel like I start a lot of series and then I just like move on. I definitely am someone who prefers standalones because then I can just be like done with them. But I have started a lot of series that I'd love to finish. One of them is the Shatter Me series, which I'm not exactly loving, but I would really like to finish. I have the final 2 right now that I need to get through. I'd really love to finish the Every Heart a Doorway series. I just have the Sugar Sky one, and then she comes out with another one next year. I started the To All the Boys I Loved Before series that I'd really like to finish before the new Netflix movie comes out, so need to get on that. I have like the entire like top row of all of this is like TBR. like everything on the bottom I've read, and then all of the top books are like the ones that I have not read yet. And it's a lot. There's a lot of middle grade I haven't read. There's a lot of contemporary I haven't read. There's a lot of adult mystery thriller that I haven't gotten to yet. So I'm definitely wanting to get to all those. And then there's just so many good books coming out throughout the rest of the year that I need to read. So I can't even tell you guys. I have just everything. I just want to read all of the books. Yeah. That is the mid-year book freakout tag. I hope I'm saying that right. And it's really fun. I think I want to make it like an annual thing. I know that Books and Lala, she's one of my favorite YouTubers. I'll link her down below. She's done this tag for like a few years now. So I really want to keep doing this. I hope you guys do it. If you've done this tag, please link it below. I would love to watch it. I'm really enjoying watching this tag specifically. So let me know in the comments if you have done this tag, and I would love, love, love to watch your video. Let me know what your favorite book of the year has been so far too. I would really, really like to know that as well. All right, you guys, well, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Be kind to someone today, and I will see you soon in my next video. Bye!